Hey guys, welcome back. So I have got my May favorites for you guys today. So the way that I do these videos is I quickly mention my overall Friday favorites. And if you want more info about those products and other Friday favorites, check out the original Friday favorite videos. And then I also have other things to share with you. So skincare, body care, other makeup favorites, books, and yeah, just some fun things to share with you. So if you're new here, my name is Leslie. Welcome. I love to do favorites videos, new at the drugstore, get ready with me's, review videos, just a lot of fun stuff here on my channel. So if you're new, I would love it if you hit that subscribe button and stuck around for a while. I'd love to have you here on my channel. So yeah, we're chatting about May favorites, so let's get to them. Okay, so for overall Friday favorites, for eye favorites, I would say these eye products right here. They are all just kind of in the vein of sort of like topper products, like I would use, you know, some kind of a base with them and then use these on top of those shadow bases, so, you know, mattes or whatever. So anyway, these are some of the Milani Gilded Shadow Sticks. They don't have the names on the packaging, so I will list the names of these two shades down below. This is a beautiful kind of coppery, bronzy sort of shade, and this one is sort of like a icy, peachy champagne color. Such a good formula, long wearing, easy to apply, rich and pigmented, just really good. And then this is the LA Girl Dream Glitter Iridescent Liquid Eyeshadow in Golden Rays. Oh my goodness, this is beautiful. Very versatile. You can use it full on and get just really opaque, metallic shadow look to it. And then with that glitter on top of it, or you can really kind of diffuse it and just get that sort of light shimmery dusting on your lid, but it's a cream shadow, so it's not really a dusting that's gonna go everywhere. It's a cream shadow that's super long wearing. So good and really affordable. Then for cheeks and lips, I would say the CoverGirl Cheekers Blush in Classic Pink. This is such a cute pink. You'll know I love the Cheekers blushes. They are just so good. They swatch like poop, so don't judge them by their swatches. But they're great on the cheeks. They are versatile and buildable, but they wear really well. There's tons of colors. They're super affordable. I love the Cheekers blushes. Some of my favorite blushes. They're just really good. And Classic Pink is just such a cute, bright pink shade. And oh my goodness, my lip favorite for the month. I'm just in love with this lip color. Revlon On the Mauve. On the Mauve. Such a beautiful, kind of cool toned, mid-tone. I mean, I would say mauvey pink, but it's really more of just kind of a mid-tone pink, but it's kind of on the cooler side. Such a great formula, affordable, love the formula, but in love with this color. And then quick shout out to this. Normally I would mention a bronzer favorite in a monthly favorites, but I already mentioned this in a Friday favorite, so I'm just gonna do a quick shout out to the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Bronzer, and I got the shade, I think, Fair. Yeah, Fair. And this is so good. It is a beautiful finish to it. It applies well, it wears well, it looks beautiful on the skin. My only kind of, ooh, I would love it better if, is it's a little bit on the higher end for drugstore. I think it was like $15 or $16 on Amazon. So I'm like, ugh, I would love it even more if it were in the like $8-ish range, but it's still really good. I love it. Okay, on to other favorites. A foundation favorite that I think is now probably one of my favorite foundations ever. I would say that. This is so beautiful. The Catrice HD Liquid Coverage Foundation. I tried this a while ago, but I sort of like revisited it more recently and fell in love with it this time. I don't know why. I don't know why this time was different. Maybe my skin was in a different place, or who knows. But it has the most beautiful skin-like finish. It is not flat matte. It's not overly dewy. It's just a skin-like finish. It says mattifying, and then it says water and sweat proof, and then it says second skin effect. I mean, I wouldn't really say mattifying, honestly. I would say kind of more of a satin finish. Just a very skin-like finish. You don't look greasy or super dewy with it. It just looks like your skin. And if you set it with powder, then it definitely looks more matte. But man, it's so good. It says long-lasting full coverage without mask effect, even complexion, camera ready, non-oily texture that feels like second skin, lightweight, yes, all those things. It is a dropper, kind of a packaging to it. And yeah, you really don't need much product. I mean, a little bit goes a long way with it. I have it in rose beige is my best color match that I have found so far. I think it works really, really well for me. It's kind of just a neutral, slightly pinky tone, which definitely works best for my skin tone. But I just love it. I love how it wears. I love how it looks on the skin. It is so good. And then some other favorites. So a lip mask, the Laneige, is that how you say it? Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask. And I think this is a little mini version that I got in, I don't know, Ipsy, I believe. But ooh, I love this. I use this at nighttime. This smells amazing. I don't know how I would describe this. Strawberry, watermelon-y. It smells more strawberry to me. But it smells really good, but not overpowering. Just a little bit of a nice scent to it, a fruity scent. And it's super hydrating. When I use this on my lips at night, I wake up and my lips are so much more hydrated, but they don't feel like waxy and gross, because sometimes lip products that you put on at night and then you wake up the next morning and your lips are just like nasty looking. This is not like that. It just is super hydrating and really does feel like a mask on your lips, just locks in that hydration. So good. And I love the scent. Skincare favorites, I would say my standout are these Dime products. The TBT serum, and it says mandelic acid and peptides. So the serum, and then the TBT cream, which says clean retinol alternative. So this is more of a serum-y type product. It has a little dropper. So this is, you know, like a more typical serum. Texture of it, I'm trying to remember. Let me see. Let me try to remind myself. Yeah, it's just kind of right in between. It's not super duper watery, but it's also not super tacky either. Just kind of, you know, right in the middle. Oh, feels so nice on the skin though. And then the cream is a nice hydrating cream. I love a good hydrating cream. It's kind of right in between where it's, let me show you again. I don't know why. I feel like I held it up too quickly. It's kind of right in between. Like it's not super light and gel-like, but it's not super duper thick and tacky and emollient. It's sort of right in between. Kind of has like a just, I don't want to say fluffy, because it doesn't feel fluffy. It just feels like rich and hydrating without feeling tacky. So there it is on my skin. So good. So I pulled up their website so I could kind of give you some, you know, actual helpful information, not just like, hey, I like it. It's good. This is a, what does it say? Double the hydration with our iconic TBT bundle. So it comes in a bundle. I ordered them separately during some kind of a subscribe and save sale. So I got them during a sale. But it says, turn back time and rid your skin of fine lines, wrinkles, and dark spots. That's what I'm trying to do for sure. It's an anti-aging bundle that includes their TBT serum and cream. It says, accelerate skin cell turnover and save, oh, talking about the savings, save 9%. Let me see if it just individually talks about each one. So the cream says, hyper accelerates skin cell turnover, helps promote new collagen and elastin production, plumps and firms the skin, improves the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles, regulates sebum production, so that's good, helps with kind of oily skin. Yeah, and then it kind of talks about the, you know, product that sort of is the alternative to retinol, which it says bakuchiol is the natural alternative to retinol derived from, and then it, I don't know, some word I can't pronounce. And then the serum, let me get to that. And the serum says, restore youthful skin, aids in decreasing fine lines, wrinkles, and dark spots, helps to tighten and brighten, improves suppleness and softness. So all those things, I'm all about it when it comes to skincare. And I like that this is just sort of easy. You know what I mean? It's a serum and a cream. That's easy. And then I'll just use some kind of an eye cream. And that's my nighttime skincare routine. I always alternate. I'm always switching around my skincare, so I did not use this every single night for the month, but I was reaching for it a lot. So that's kind of how I pick out my monthly skincare favorites, because I'm constantly rotating things. But if I find myself reaching for certain products more and using them more consistently than other things, that's kind of how I pick out my monthly skincare favorites, and that's what this has been. And Dime is really more on the affordable-ish ish side for skincare, especially if you get it during a sale or in a bundle with a sale or something like that. So that's what I did. So I got these on a really good deal. And then a body care favorite, I love this hand cream. So good. This is the Bioderma Ultra Repair. It says nourishes, soothes, protects dry and damaged hands and nails. It says smooth cream, rapidly absorbed, leaves the hands supple and soft, strengthens nails. So yeah, I will just use this at nighttime, and I have found my hands are so much more hydrated when I use it, and I've been fairly consistent using it every night. I also really like the scent. It's like lightly cucumber-ish. Kind of fresh and cucumbery is how I would describe the scent. I love the scent of it. It's not overpowering, it's just very lightly there. And then I love the hydration. Can definitely tell a difference in my hands when I use it consistently. It's really good. Chester has decided to join us for the last little bit. So if you hear rustling around, he's now in the room, messing with everything in the room. So you'll know that I have been loving sharing book favorites lately because I'm a total bookworm now. So I have some standout book favorites to share with you. So first off, a thriller. This is The Plot. This has such an interesting storyline, and really, I love the way that it's written because, so the basic premise of this book is that the main character is an author. He had a successful book and then has kind of been down on his luck. And then he became a professor and wasn't super loving that, but that's what he was doing. And he had this one student that was super arrogant and just like, he was sure he was going to be a sure success. He had this great storyline and plot for a book, and he was like, this is going to be super successful. So the professor's like, yeah, right, whatever. But he shares the plot with him. So we as the reader get to kind of hear the first couple pages of the book, but we don't get the full plot. So we don't know the full plot of what the storyline was going to be. We just know like the very basic premise of it. So this professor, like, things end up happening later, and he kind of, you know, doesn't stay as a professor, and he doesn't stay in contact with that student. But he ends up having this other job, and then later finds out that that student had passed away. And he kept wondering, where is his book? Did he write his book? And then kind of realizes he never did. So the professor takes the plot and writes the book, and it is a super duper success. And then one day he gets a message saying that he is a thief. So you're not sure who that's from, what that means, but yeah, it just kind of develops from there. You get to know more about the book and the plot and, you know, the storyline of what happens with the author. It's just really interesting. So I guessed part of the twist, but I still really liked this book. It is a little bit slow at the beginning, so just know that. It takes a little bit to get into it, but I still enjoyed reading it because I wanted to know what happened. And then Beach Read, such a good romance. This is by Emily Henry. I really like her writing. I also read People We Meet on Vacation, and it seems like people kind of feel strongly about one or the other. I really enjoy both of them. If I had to pick, I would say Beach Read, but I mean, I loved the other one too. Both really, really good. I love her writing style. I find that I just fly through her books. I don't struggle and have to read a paragraph 3 times to figure out what she's saying. I just find her books to be really easy reads. She also has Book Lovers out, which is her newest book. I have that one, but I haven't read it yet. But yeah, this one's just really, really good. There is a little bit of spice in it, but it is low on the spice level. But it is in there, just FYI, but just a really good romance. And then Dark Matter. This is such a good book. So it is a sci-fi that reads a lot like a thriller. So I don't really read a ton of sci-fi unless it's recommended from people who typically read thrillers, or just a ton of people recommend it, and so many people talk about this book for great reason. This is such a good book. So the basic premise of it is this guy wakes up in a world that is not as it should be. Like, his wife is not his wife, his son has never been born, his job is not the same job. So he's wondering what is going on. So he's trying to figure out what happened, where he is, and it just is so twisty and keeps you on the edge of your seat wondering what's going to happen. You're like, I was totally invested in the story and really wanting it to work out at the end. I really, really enjoyed this book. And then last but definitely not least, Love and Other Words by Christina Lauren. They are an author duo. This book, y'all, oh my goodness. It's so sweet. It is a friends to lovers storyline. And you know those books or movies that you finish reading them or watching them and they just stay with you? You keep thinking about them. You think about things the characters said to one another and the story just stays with you. That is totally how this book was for me. I just kept thinking about it. I loved these characters. They were just so sweet. There is some spice in this book for sure, so just know that. It's not a ton, but it is in there. But I just loved it. I mean, there were multiple times when I was reading this book that I just went, oh, like I put my hand to my heart because just, I love these characters. They were so sweet. So yeah, great book. Okay guys, so those are all my favorites. So hope that you really enjoyed this video. Please do a thumbs up if you did. Let me know down below what you've been loving. Either makeup, skincare, hair care, fashion, books, home, whatever. I would love to hear your favorites. Let me know that down below. Ask me any questions that you have. I'm happy to answer those. Please subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.